folks, this is Paul Spica and Brandon Garnott coming to you from the Spica Real Estate World Headquarters in Byron Center, Michigan. And today we're here to give you a monthly report on the Planners Row community in Byron Center, and from a real estate perspective. And Planners Row, just as a brief definition, if you will, we consider Planners Row and High Tree Estates one and the same. And so anything that we're talking about here includes both of those neighborhoods. They're very much connected and very similar houses in both. So this is for February 2018, and we look back 6 months, correct? 6 months? Mm-hmm. So we look back 6 months and see what has happened and what we currently see happening today in February. So Brandon, you've got the report in front of you. The folks at home have received this in the mail. What can we learn from what we have in front of us?
Yeah, so let's start the first thing. Well, what's happened in the last 30 days, since our last video. So we've seen a couple properties hit the market. So one on Canopy, High Tree, and Silo Ridge. And then also two that have accepted offers, so they're now pending. So 2194 Canopy and 1768 High Tree Drive have accepted offers, so they're under contract and making progress through those. So that's kind of the last 30 days, kind of a snapshot of what's happened. Also, thought it was interesting. So there are currently 5 listings, active homes on the market for the Planners Row neighborhood. And if you look there, 4 of those are new construction. So currently there's one pre-owned home on the market in Planners Row. There's a couple things that we kind of look at for that. Yeah. So number one, obviously, they could use some more pre-owned homes to hit the market because there are people that are still looking to purchase something like that, and maybe for some reason new construction is not what they're looking for. And then another thing to throw out there is, okay, if I have my house, I've lived in it a couple years, how do I compare that to the new construction homes? If I see these stats or I see the sign in the yard, is that applicable to my house? Do I really compare that, or do I not look at it at all? Well, from our perspective, there's kind of two different approaches. Number one, from a value, or let's say an appraiser's perspective. A new construction home compared with something pre-owned is not the best comparable. So as much as possible, we like apples to apples comparisons, because that's when you can kind of have the best comparisons and draw the conclusions. Like I said, in general, new construction to pre-owned is not the best comparison. Now, with that in mind, from a buyer's perspective, if they're looking for a home in Byron or in Planners Row, they're probably looking at, okay, let's say I have $300,000 or $400,000 that I'm looking to spend. What can I get for that money? Right. So in that case, there is a little bit more of kind of comparing the two, because you're looking at what can I get for my money type of thing. So Paul, anything to add to that?
It's always important to look at your home from a buyer's perspective. I think we as homeowners often look at our homes through a set of rosy-colored glasses, which is a cliche to basically say we are biased about our home. And so it's important to look at the numbers and look at it from an unbiased perspective, and that's something that we offer and that we do. We come into the home and look at it from the perspective of a buyer who's going to be unbiased. They haven't lived in the home, they haven't invested in the home. And then when you compare new construction to your home, new construction often has many pros and cons that your house does not have. And so they are, to some degree, apples and oranges, but a buyer will look at them and weigh those pros and cons. So definitely something to look at. New construction does impact value, but it's a little bit different in how it impacts value. So in general, though, very positive. Everything that we're seeing in Planners Row is very positive. So anything else we need to talk about Planners Row this month?
Well, like you said, in general, things are positive. Market's still growing. There's people still looking for Byron Center. And as you know, the springtime tends to be the busiest time of year for real estate. Not necessarily a better or worse time to list, but there's a lot of people that are looking for homes right now in Byron Center and Planters Row. So if you do have a home that you're thinking about selling, now's a great time to at least start that conversation and say, hey, what would it look like if I listed my home this year, and what's the best timing that makes sense for me? And that's something that we'd love to talk to you about.
Yep. So very good. If you have any questions, give us a call. We're downtown Byron Center. Stop by. We'd love to have a conversation about your home there in Planters Row. For Spica Real Estate, Paul and Brandon, have a great day.
Thanks.